Zyuohger was the 40th anniversary Super Sentai series and one of the first to be head written by Junko Kimura. She had been a guest writer for Kamen Rider and Super Sentai series before, but this was the first of many of her upcoming head writer gigs she would get in the late 2010s and 2020s. She went on to do Lupin Ranger vs. Powder Ranger, my beloved Zenkaiger, and fan favorite Reiwa Kamen Rider series Kamen Rider Gav. I'm a firm believer that while Zyuohger is overall pretty good, it's comparatively weaker to the other shows I just mentioned, which I'm fine with, as it shows that her skills of making fun yet compelling characters and stories has improved over time instead of peaking early. Now, as an anniversary season, Zyuohger is much more traditional in its formatting compared to the anniversaries that would come before and since, outside of a special two-parter celebrating 2,000 episodes for the whole Super Sentai franchise. It's not a big blowout celebration of the meaning of the legacy with a slick pirate motif like Gokaiger. It's not a laugh-out-loud comedy with funny robots and a heart of gold like Zenkaiger. It's not a meta re-evaluation of the franchise by the guy who gave Sentai its modern identity like Dawn Brothers, and it's not a competitive passing of the torch battle royale like Zyuohger. It's a down-and-dirty basic Sentai show. Aliens invade, a team with an animal motif fights them off, all while helping the citizens of Earth with their problems across many one-off plots, and uncovering the lore behind the Zyuohger's powers across multiple episodes. Now, I have begun to burn out on the Sentai formula a little bit as I analyze and watch all these shows so close to each other, but Zyuohger is good enough with more modern sensibilities in its solid storytelling to make me enjoy the whole thing. All of this is helped by a strong cast of characters who may be very simple and tropey in terms of their base personalities, but the way the series explores the core character dynamics from episodic plot to episodic plot helps the team feel less stale overall in the greater Sentai pantheon. The Red Ranger and leader of the bunch Yamato is quite beloved among a lot of Sentai fans, as not only does he get a bunch of badass action moments, he was a much calmer and more serious Red in an era where Sentai had much goofier and hot-headed Reds. Not to mention, his huge heart and core empathy is integral to Zyuohger's themes of how creatures connect with one another, presenting the good and bad consequences of nurturing or rejecting said connection. It's a clever way to combine the environmentalism and animal-themed Sentai like this naturally provides with the typical teamwork and unity Sentai usually preaches in its shows. You can even see this theme of connection evident in Yamato's three forms, each representing a different animal from a different part of the kingdom. From the skies to the land and the seas, everything on this planet is connected, so we must take care and acknowledge every aspect of this planet, both for the current moment and the people who will take it over in the future. However, my favorite character in Zyuohger is the 6th Ranger, Zyuo the World, aka Misao Mondo. He starts off as a typical rival ranger who has been brainwashed by the main villains, but once Misao breaks free from the antagonist's control, we see his real personality unfold, that being of a depressed introvert with low self-esteem issues. I find Misao to not only be an entertaining character, both in his dramatic and comedic bits, but he's an interesting shakeup from the usual overconfident or loner 6 Rangers in other Sentai shows. He even extends the themes of connection through his The World gimmick, combining 3 animals into one form, along with the character's struggles with awkward miscommunication with his fellow teammates. Overall, I'd say Zyuohger's a pretty solid Sentai show. What it lacks in shakeups to the formula or anniversary gimmicks, it makes up for with fun characters, one-off episode plots, and a thematic backbone of the planet's connection and empathy that, while simple, is very explored and fleshed out decently throughout the show's runtime. Not my favorite Sentai, but a jolly good show nonetheless.